and then I'm going to post it over here on my Facebook page, the Short Sale Coaching Club, right? Because this is important. The stuff I'm going to give you guys today, it's so important. If you could come back and share it with your team or with your partner, with your broker, or with your office, it can really make the big difference in 2013, 3 weeks away. Okay, so as a real estate agent for 8 years, and as the founder of tools that real estate agents buy and training and stuff like that, you know, I'm not Craig Proctor, I'm not Brian Buffini, I don't have 5,000 agents, you know, I'm not driving around in 9 Porsches, living in a mansion, but I'm doing what I love to do, right? I'm living my passion, and you're going to experience that right now in the next hour, because I'm going to come at you guys like a fire hose. But I'm recording this now, so you could take notes too. So I've created a bunch of tools, and the systems I didn't create, they pre-existing systems, right? There are systems out there that Joe Stumpf didn't create, Brian Buffini didn't create, Craig Proctor didn't create, CDPE, Advanced Version. I mean, all these people selling you stuff, Harris Universe, all those people, they didn't make that stuff up. Come on. There's stuff out there that's just it's out there. I don't know who the originator was. Maybe it was Zig Ziglar back in the day, right? But there are things that work for some people really well. Other people try and do them, they don't work so well. Right? Like, for instance, think about this. Door knocking. Hey, it's a great idea. How do I know it's a great idea? Because it's been going on a long time. Things don't hang around a long time if they don't work, right? And I know a lot of agents who door knock and they get listings every day. So door knocking is a great idea. However, a lot of agents could go out and door knock and say, well, it doesn't work for me. Right, because the execution is where the breakdown occurred, right? It's not the idea. See, successful entrepreneurs, they take a good idea and they execute really well. It's the execution, right? And so execution, how does that come about? It's your personality, it's your dialogue, it's your message. What's your unique service offer? I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to share with you in the next 60 minutes a really powerful, unique service offer for today's economy, right? And going forward, right? Now, Simple Listing Solutions, what I do over here is primarily, I've been focusing in the last couple of years helping agents get a boatload of short sale listings. Right, but things are going to be changing here. Right now, I'm helping agents get short sale listings, FSBO listings, expired listings, equity listings. They're starting to appear. But we're going to talk about short sale listings today. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to use HARP 2.0. HARP 2.0, that's the government refinance program, to get short sale listings. Like if you came over to my website and clicked on the HARP 2.0 Refi Help page because I told you to, or if you came over to my website and clicked on the HARP 2.0 Refinance Help page because you're clicking on a Craigslist ad that says, save your home with HARP 2.0 Government Refinance Program, cut your mortgage payment in half, right? Or anything, a thing in the mail, whatever it is, like if you clicked on it or you went here because I told you to, you wouldn't meet me. You'd meet my mortgage partner, Tom, right? And you'd feel really comfortable. You know, you'd click play and you'd hear, hi, I'm Tom. Hey, how's it going? Listen, if you owe more on your home than it's worth, I can help you save your home through the HARP 2.0 Government Refinance Program. I specialize in it. It's a free phone call, nothing to sell you. Give me a call, wait to talk to you. Right, here's my team. Right, real friendly page here. Owe more than your home is worth, can't afford the payments? I'll help you refinance under the Government HARP 2.0 program and reduce your monthly payments by as much as 50% so you can keep your home for free. That's pretty cool. Right, meet Tom. So let's just stop right here. Okay, sidebar conversation. Sidebar. Here's what I want you guys to know. My cell phone is ringing because somebody wants to go surfing, but they obviously don't realize it's a work day. So Tom Jacobs right here, the Certified Foreclosure Alternatives Advisor and Residential Mortgage Loan Officer who specializes in helping people refi their underwater homes, he's just my mortgage broker. He's just a real good lender. He's a real good consultant advisor. He gets my buyer purchase loans closed. They close on time, and if they don't close on time, there's a good reason for it. It's not his fault. He's a good guy, and I'm really comfortable putting people on the phone with him. Right now, what makes him the #1 for HARP 2.0 guy in the county that I'm telling people about? Nothing. The HARP 2.0 guidelines are really basic. Any good loan officer, you don't have a good loan officer, any mortgage broker could refinance you if they want to, if you qualify. I mean, is it a Fannie or Freddie loan? Are your debt-to-income ratios less than 31%? Are you still employed? And have you been making the payments? You're qualified, for the most part, with HARP 2.0. Right? But I'm a copywriter. I'm a marketer. So I've made Tom the #1 guy in the county, man. He gets people approved. He's good. In fact, Tom's helped dozens of families who were told they wouldn't qualify under HARP guidelines get qualified and save their homes. Take 10 minutes. It's a free phone call, nothing to sell you. Right? So you could just plug in, who's your mortgage person? Just plug them in right here. Could they make you a 2-minute video? Hi, my name's Amanda Smith with ABC Mortgage, and I can help you. Da, da, da. Boom. There you go, and here's her photo. There's her logo. So I've got this page here. Now, why did I do this? I did this because I realized years ago, that 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin their lives as loan modification minnows. Right? Nobody wants to short sale their home. They want to save their home. They didn't buy the home to sell the home. They bought the home to stay in the home. Right? They want to save the home. And by the way, when people come up on an NOD list, like list pending or NOD 90 day late or something like that, typically they start getting a bunch of stuff in the mail from realtors, investors, people knocking on their door, right? So there's no shortage of real estate, what I call sales cats, meow, hanging around out on the fence, you know, scratching around, right? They're all over the place. But here's the thing. You've got to understand this. Your prospect is programmed to do two things, just like a mouse. Well, three things like a mouse, but we're only talked about two of them, which is get the cheese and avoid the cat. Get the cheese and avoid the cat. That's what my friend Dean Jackson says. It's brilliant. I didn't make that up. Dean, you're brilliant. Get the cheese and avoid the cat. So what does that mean? What's the cheese? Well, the cheese is whatever they want. Any helpful information that will help them get from here to there. Right? Any information that will help them get from where they currently are, which is stuck and bummed out and stressed out, right, to unstuck and feeling good. Like, hey, okay, good, all right. Right? That's what they want. And what's the cat? It's the real estate salesperson hanging around outside the front door breathing commission breath on them. Right? So you think about your prospect as a mouse, get the cheese, avoid the cat. You've got to understand that as a marketer with a real estate license. You've got to understand that. And you've got to understand that 10 out of 10 short sale salmon begin their lives as loan mod minnows, right? They don't want to sell their house. They want to save it, right? So if you go out there speaking the language of help you save your home, you get a bunch of people, right? You could go down to the county pond that's surrounded by real estate sales cats. They've all got their line in the water trying to catch a couple of short sale salmon, or you could hike upstream and you could just load your bucket full of loan mod minnows, right? You could bring them over here and put them on Tom's desk. And Tom could say, hey, minnows, how's it going? And they'd say, well, who are you? And he'd say, hey, I'm a HARP 2.0 refinance government program specialist, helps people save their homes. You know, if you qualify, you can cut your mortgage payment in half. And if they do qualify, they can. And wouldn't that be beautiful? He can help them. That'd be lovely. That's what we want to do. That's our intention. Right? But a lot of them won't be able to qualify. But anyway, when he's having this conversation with all these loan mod minnows, you know what they say? Well, we've been working on a loan mod. It's not going anywhere. Pop, pop, pop. And he goes, I know. I've heard that story before. You know, it's like walking into 7-Eleven and buying a lotto ticket. Some people win, but, you know, you got to have a plan B. Let's see if we can get you qualified for HARP. Yay! Right? And then they find out, a bunch of them, about 67%, sorry, you're not going to qualify for HARP 2.0 refi because you've missed payments. Your debt-to-income ratios are too high. It's not a Fannie or a Freddie loan. You know, you're unemployed. Whatever the reason is. Right? Whatever the reason is. But the thing is, he has their attention. Why? Because he's not a sales cat, commission breath, sales cat, short sell your house. Right? So they're going, oh, and they're listening to him. Right? And then you know what they do? They do it 10 out of 10 times. They say, well, what do we do? What do we do? And you know what he says? You should go talk to Chris. You should go talk to Chris about a short sale. Right? Oh, yeah, he's the one who referred us to you in the first place. Yeah. He specializes in short sales. I specialize in HARP 2.0, that thing you don't qualify for. Right. Have you read his book? No. Yeah, he wrote a book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. You guys should go get a free copy. It costs you, well, go get a free copy from his website. Take you 45 minutes to read it, but when you're done, you'll know more about short sales than 9 out of 10 realtors, I bet. Check it out. And by the way, you know, Chris can help you guys stay in your home as long as possible and get paid cash to move out. Oh. I want you guys to understand something. There's a point in the process of a loan modification minnow's life where they realize they're not going to get their loan modified and they don't qualify for a refi and they're not going to be able to keep their house. Right? At that point in the process, they could very easily die. In other words, let the bank foreclose on them and just like get bitter, move out, take stuff, mess the place up, or, you know, something like that. Or they could morph into a short sale salmon. Right. And the only reason they won't morph into a short sale salmon is because they don't understand the benefits of morphing into a short sale salmon. They don't understand that, listen, you can let the bank foreclose, I suppose, if you want, or, you know, that notice of trustee sale that you just got informed about, we could get that postponed and I could help you stay in this home longer and get you paid cash to move out with no foreclosure. Why wouldn't you want to do that instead? Why wouldn't you want to do that instead? Of course they would. Of course they would want to do that instead. Right? How do we do that? Look at this, you guys. I have another page over here called Get 30K to Short Sale. Right? At the moment, I've got 45. I'm going to show you how to change that. Chase pays up to 45,000. Bank of America pays up to, we're going to change this to say 30K. In relocation assistance, upside down and delinquent owners to short sale, how much will your lender pay? I'll help you stay in your home for as long as possible and fight to get you as much cash as possible for your fresh start. If I can't help you save your home through a loan modification or HARP refi, remember this HARP refi? Why do I have this as a hyperlink that connects them? Why do I have a hyperlink that connects them over here to Meet Tom? The reason I have that as a hyperlink back over here again from this page is because sometimes I drive traffic to this page from Craigslist ads, right, that I syndicate through Point 2 agent all over the place, right? Get paid up to $30,000 when you short sale and avoid foreclosure. People love to click on those ads, right? And then they come over here, and because there's a compelling headline and a video, they don't hit the back browser. They actually stay. They go, what is this about? They say, what's this about? Let's see if you guys can hear this. Hi, I'm Crystal Data with Simple Listing Solutions. Did you know that Bank of America is paying up to $30,000 cash, what's called relocation assistance, to delinquent homeowners, upside-down homeowners? Okay, long story short. Right. I tell them a story. I say, listen, did you know Bank of America is paying up to $30,000 cash relocation assistance to delinquent homeowners? People have been staying in the home for a year, no equity, not making the payments, $30,000 cash relocation assistance. It's not me making it up. Here's an article right here. Right. I've spoken to agents who've gotten $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 from Chase, and I've heard Chase pays up to $45,000. Right. So this is the conversation I'm having with people. Listen, if you don't qualify, if you don't, because this is what they want to do. What do they want to do? They want to get their loan modified. They want to refinance their house. What I'm saying to them is, listen, can't get your loan modified? Don't qualify for HARP? Well, then listen, discover how I help people stay in their underwater home as long as possible with no foreclosure and get a fresh start with relocation assistance. Right. Now, can I always get them $30,000 from Bank of America? No. First of all, they've got to have a loan with Bank of America. Second of all, Bank of America's got to agree to $30,000, and normally they don't. But they do pay up to that much, right? Chase pays money, right? Are you with Chase? You know, they're not the only lenders doing this. Now, can I always get you money? No, right? But if I can, you better believe I will. I'll be like a pit bull going after it. Let's go see if we can get it, right? And in my marketplace here in Southern California, you know, the commissions are pretty good. Listen, if they just need like first month's rent and a security deposit to move into something, I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. If I can't get it from the lender, I'll get it for them. Right? I'll get it for them. If come out of my commission check, here you go, boom, done. You guys can move in. Here's your security deposit, and here's, you know, here's $500 in groceries. Right? I'll help. Right? But I might be able to get you up to $30,000. If we Chase, maybe $45,000. That's the messaging. Right? So you talk about a unique service offer. My unique service offer is this. If we go back to the homepage of my website, if you were talking to me on the street, my unique service offer is this. Yeah, sure, I'm a real estate agent, but I'm also a foreclosure alternatives advisor. I help people save their homes and avoid foreclosure for free. And if I can't help you do that, I'll help you stay in that home as long as possible and get paid cash to move out with no foreclosure. Thanks for not keeping me a secret. I know you know people would love to have my free consulting services. It's not a problem. I'd love to talk to them. Oh, that's interesting. Right? I'm not talking about short sale the house. So you understanding the language of today's economy and having a unique service offer and how valuable that is, you guys are doing great. Now, systems for getting listings. I just gave you some really good kind of conceptual dialogue and why it works. Right? Short sale salmon, loan mod minnows. We talked about that in the process. And we talked about why having a HARP 2.0 mortgage partner, boy, that really helps grease the tracks. Having a bankruptcy attorney over on your website, boy, that really helps grease the tracks. Because some people, they'll say to you, hey, listen, now we're just going to file for bankruptcy. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. Well, fortunately, in my quiver here on my back, I have an arrow for people who say just that. And I say, good, good, good. Here, let me give him my business card. Go over to my website and click on the free attorney consult page. You can talk to my attorney. He's a bankruptcy attorney here in Southern California, and he talks with a lot of people facing foreclosure. It's a free consult. Oh, right. And they're going to go talk to him. They don't even need to. They just watch the video. You know what he's going to tell them? I'd love to help you with your bankruptcy. However, if you're facing foreclosure, don't let the bank foreclose. Why would you do that? Why would you let the bank foreclose when you can avoid a foreclosure and possibly even get paid cash, right? Maybe even enough cash to pay my fees, right? Short sale your house, if that's an option to you, right? He's going to tell him. Yeah, good. Don't talk to me. Go talk to this attorney. Here you go, free consult, right? One of the things I'm going to get on here eventually is a CPA, right? Now, these pages, they're all very easy for me to build, right? I target a community called 4S Ranch. 4S Ranch. Right. Now, this is a demo site. I don't really target a community called 4S Ranch, but if I did, this is how I would do it, 4S Ranch. And I'd have 4S Ranch for sale by owners, 4S Ranch bank-owned bargains, 4S Ranch expired listing history. I'd have a listing, expired listing campaign, FSBO campaign, buyer campaign, search for homes. I got my IDX, right? But I've also got HARP 2.0 refi help, get 30K to short sale, free attorney consult, loan mod. You can download all the forms and instructions how to submit them to your lender for a loan mod right here. You want to learn about a deed in lieu of foreclosure right here. Find out, if you're going to have a deficiency judgment right here, right? In fact, just submit all this information, fill out these questions, and just click submit, send them over. We'll follow up with you. We'll let you know whether you're looking at a deficiency judgment or not, right? If you go over to this half a HAMP page, you can get another book called The Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure, Tips, Tools, and Tactics for Battling Your Bank, right? Download it right now. Boom. Right. Start an automated drip campaign, 10 letters. I'll follow up with you over the course of the next couple of weeks. Right. Find out if you qualify for a HAMP. Right. Find out if you qualify for a HAMP loan modification. Just take the HAMP quiz right here. Right. And if you make it through that gateway, there's going to be all the forms and instructions on how to go through the process. Right. So what this does is this enables me as a real estate consultant and an advisor to go out into the world and say, hey, listen, folks, as a foreclosure alternatives advisor with Keller Williams or Coldwell or Remax, right? As a foreclosure alternatives advisor, I can help you guys save your home for free. My services are free. And if I can't help you save it, I'll help you stay there as long as possible and get paid cash to move out. How are you going to do that? Listen, let me give you my card. Right. Now, look, you guys, let me show you something. Let me give you my card. That's what I'd say to him. I'll shrink this down so you can see it. I say, let me give you my card. And this is the back side. I got a big Remax balloon on the other. If you guys are interested in balloons, turn it over and check it out. But this says you can sell your home for less than you owe the bank, avoid foreclosure, save your credit, get learn to pay all the sales costs for free. Let me show you how. Right, I'm a certified short sale advisor. That's pretty clear. It's a little more clear than CDPE. People don't know what that means unless they put on their reading glasses and look and they see oh, okay. Right, and they don't do that. But remember, I don't want to sound like a sales cat. So when I give them my card, don't even worry about that, you guys. Listen, go over here. When you go over my website, just click on the HARP 2.0 help page. You're going to meet my partner, Tom. He's the best guy in the county for getting people qualified under HARP. Oh, we don't qualify. He's heard that before. Give him a call. It's a free phone call, right? Well, no, we're just going to file bankruptcy. Oh, cool. Listen, go over here and click on the bankrupt free attorney consult page. You can meet Craig Proctor. He's a great attorney here in Southern California. Right? Oh, okay. Right. I can just keep sending them there. No, we're going to sell our home on our own for sale by owner. That's what we're going to do. Oh, great. Go over to my website over here. Check out the FSBO page. You guys can advertise your home over there for free. I'll come take video, photos, all that stuff, give you contracts, forms. I'll send you a bunch of pre-qualified buyers. Won't cost you a penny. No, we tried that before, and the home just sat on the market and it expired. Oh, great. Go over to my website over there. Click on the expired listing history page. You can see everybody else that happened to in this community over the last 2 years. You'll be shocked to discover that some of them relisted with another brokerage and actually sold their home at a higher list price. In fact, there's a video you can watch over there that'll show you how to do the same thing. Huh? You see, every single hole they can try and escape through, I'll just plug it. I got an arrow for that one too. Right? And not about me. You don't ever have to talk to me. Just go get the thing that you need. Go talk to the attorney. Right? Go get the HARP help. Right? Go get it whatever you want. Don't talk to me. Right? But everybody's going to come full circle eventually. Not everybody. Some of them will get refied, and that's great. And when they do, they're going to be an advocate for me because I sent them over there to Tom in the first place, and I'm going to put them on my newsletter list. Right? They're going to start getting my newsletter every month, just like the rest of my center of influence. Right? My newsletter. So let me show you guys a direct response newsletter for a second. They're going to get a direct response newsletter every month. Right? That reminds them, by the way, get a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. Just visit my website. And it reminds them, hey, don't forget to let your friends know that I can help people with loan mod, HARP 2.0, refi, getting paid to stay in their home longer, all that stuff. My services are free, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're awesome for letting people know about how I can help them for free. right? You want a home value report, just go to my website. And then my newsletter, it folds up like a postcard. I just put a mailing label on it and I stick it in the mail, right? It's got inside pages too. It's a 4-page newsletter, right? So direct response newsletters, simple little business card tools, stuff like this. Hey, go talk to my mortgage guy, right? Now I'm in the business. So I'm showing you how technology and tools, yeah, they can help, right? And that's what Joe Stumpf sells and Brian Buffini sells and Craig Proctor and, all those people sell. They all sell tools, right? My tools are a little different, right? Or, what would make me different? My tools are different. I make these amazing websites that your prospect can come over here and convert into any language they want, right? Any language they want. Doesn't matter what they speak, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Spanish. Just click on a button and they can search for homes. I don't even know what search for homes looks like anymore, so I'm going to have to go back to English, right? But they can do all that stuff over here. And these are sites where you can build, right, any page you want. But I'm not even going to go into that right now. What I want to do is show you guys a couple systems right now for going out and getting listings in 2012 with or without my tools or anybody's tools, right? With or without my tools or anybody's tools. And now that you understand sort of the dialogue and the mindset of getting doors opened where people say, hey, come on in and tell me more instead of go away, right? I'll pour on a little more value. Okay. Door knockers, they're winning the game right now. Door knockers with a good personality and good dialogue skills, they're winning the game right now in terms of getting listings, right? If they're using their brain and saying, hey, listen, I know what doors to knock on, what to say when they open the door. And by the way, when they're not home or they don't open the door, which is most of the time, I know what to leave behind so that they call me. And oftentimes they'll call me when I'm like 9 doors away and they go, oh, hey, yeah, you just left this note on the door. Oh, hey, listen, I'll come back over and talk to you guys. Right? So that's the game that they're playing out there. And then when they're talking to people, people going, huh? And they're engaging with people, people going, oh, hey, wow. Oh, hey, thank you, right? Thank you. So it's like this. Who do you have to be for people to say, hey, come on in and tell us more. I want you to meet my wife, right? Who do you have to be? What do you have to say? Right? You got to be a consultant. You got to be an advisor. You got to stop being a sales cat, right? You got to realize that these mice, they're programmed to do 2 things. Get the cheese, avoid the cat. So have the cheese, don't be the cat. Right? Have the cheese, don't be the cat. Now, here's the thing that frightens me for you guys. Technology freaks me out for you guys because I can't tell you how many agents I've met over the years. Thousands. For 7 years, I flew around the country with Joe Stumpf and running the main event, 3-day big main event programs. And then eventually I was flying around the country in $4,000 suits, first class, training his mastery members, right, from Canada down to Florida on systems and techniques. And so here's what I know. A lot of real estate agents, boy, they get bogged down in technology. Hey, how do I do Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn? It's like, don't even worry. If you got to ask, don't do it, right? If you got to ask about YouTube, it's not the thing you need to be focusing on right now. Right. If you want listings right now, it's converting strangers into non-strangers, and it's delivering a message to your center of influence every single month a couple of times that says, hey, listen, don't keep me a secret. I'm not just a realtor. I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor. I help people save their homes too. Right? And did you know Bank of America is paying up to $30,000 relocation assistance if we can't help them save it? We may be able to put a lot of money in their pocket to help them move out with no foreclosure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Your referrals are the lifeblood of my practice. Thank you. Right. If you're not communicating that to your center of influence a couple times a month in a real strategic way that they go, oh, okay, cool, right, then you know what? You're not leveraging the most powerful parts of business available to you out there. Okay, so I know you guys could tell. I love doing this stuff because it works. It works. I can introduce you guys to agents like Adam Menconi. I'm not hiding his name, that's Adam Menconi, but more excitedly, like a new guy right here, Justin Johnson, JJ. Justin Johnson in Roseville. I think there's somebody on this webinar right now in Roseville. Check him out, Justin Johnson. He's been using, I'd like to say I've been working with him, but I've only talked to him in the beginning. I haven't talked to him really since, except he sent me some really nice emails. But he's been using my tools for 4 months, and I bet you dollars to donuts he's got at least 6 or 7 or 9 listings right now, and he's up in Sacramento. Right? That's Justin Johnson. So the stuff, I'm not CDPE trying to sell you guys a symbol, right? That's not what I do. And I don't want to sell you a box of stuff that, oh, here's 75 hours of videotapes, 98 hours of audio training, 2,000-page workbook, talk to your coach who's some kid who's 19 years old, doesn't even have a real estate license. I'm not going to do that either. And listen, there's good stuff in that stuff out there, I'm sure. I'm sure what those guys are selling, there's good stuff in there. Right? But Craig Proctor, he made all of his money. He made a ton of money as a realtor without technology. You know what he had? A rotary dial telephone, a shoebox, and like note cards, and a phone book. It was just cold calling. It's just cold calling. He had some good dialogue on the phone. He'd get people on the phone. He just cold called, dial for dollars. Boom, 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 boom. You know, I used to fly around the country with Joe Stumpf doing these seminars all over the country. And you know who we'd run into out there? These programs called sweat hogs. Anybody remember sweat hogs? Maybe they're still around. Sweat hogs was all these realtors wearing yellow T-shirts, sitting in these rooms with telephones, just dialing for dollars. And it's a sweat hogs program. That's what they call it. They teach you to just sit there and dial for dollars. But, hey, they were making money. I'm not going to, you can't knock it. Right? So in this business right now, you've got to do two things simultaneously. First of all, get out of real estate. Right? Get out of it. Of course, you're going to continue to sell houses and help people buy and sell. Right? But that's not who you are. You've got to really be a world-class relationship manager. Right? And you've got to manage two groups. Group number one, and the most important group, is your center of influence. Those are the people who already know you, like you, trust you. Like if they saw your ad on your face on an ad on a bus bench, and they look over and they go, oh, hey, I know him. He's nice. Right? Those people, that's who I'm talking about. They're important. They're important, more important than a stranger, and I'll tell you why. If you send a newsletter out for the very first time to people who already know you, and they look at it and they see your name in their face, they go, oh, I know him. They bring it in the house, they look at it. You send it out for the very first time to a stranger, never heard of you before, they look at it and go, I don't know who that is, trash. Right? There's nothing. There's not a connection there. You got to send it to them 3 months in a row, and then they start going, oh, it's this guy again. Oh, okay, I'm going to look at this thing. And then if it's good, they go, oh, hey, this is good. Okay, cool. But it takes a while. It doesn't with the people who know you. With the people who know you, they hear your message the first time. So if you only had a limited mailing budget, who should you mail to people who know you or people who don't know you? Well, you mail to people who know you. They'll look at your message. It's only logical. Okay, so I said you have to do two things. In 2013, if you want to kill it, you got to realize you're a relationship manager, and there's two groups to manage. Group of people who know you and group of people who don't know you. All right, I'm going to suggest there's areas you can focus on in terms of people who don't know you. One area might be a geographic farm area. Right? Some of you might want to work lists, like NOD lists. Okay, there's a group of people who don't know you. That's fine. But, you know, you can mail to them, right? Don't mail CDPE postcards. You're wasting your money. Don't mail any printed stuff out there that you're buying from people. You're wasting your money. Not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you, right? You can mail to them, but not that stuff, right? Not that stuff, because it's not what they want. You know what I would do? You want to mail something to somebody? Here, I'll show you what you mail to somebody. You print out a picture. I would just print screen, and I would just print a picture of my website, and I would put a little yellow Post-it note on it right here, and I would write, check this out. And I would take my highlighter, and I would go like this, and I'd point right to that, and I'd circle it with a highlighter. I'd fold this thing up, and I'd stick it in an envelope, and I'd mail it to them. And they'd open this up, and they'd go, what? They'd open this thing up, they'd see a picture of a website, they'd see a yellow Post-it note on it saying, check this out, HARP 2.0 refinance help. They're going to go to the website. They just will. Right? It's pretty easy. Right? I could do that. But, you know, there's a lot of things I could do. Right? A lot of things I could do. But first of all, I just have to understand, as a relationship manager, how is my center of influence hearing from me every month, and what are they hearing? Right? And then, in terms of strangers, right? Who are they and what are they hearing? All right. And how are they hearing it? If they're hearing it on a CDPE postcard through their mailbox, they're not even hearing it. That's getting thrown away. Right? If they're hearing it on a door hanger that I bought someplace, they're probably not hearing it in very large groups. They're throwing it away. And even if they are hearing it, is it really resonating? Right. The reason door knockers win is because they convert strangers to non-strangers much faster than the U.S. mail ever will. Right? Converting a person from a stranger to a non-stranger happens face-to-face quickly, instantaneously. Hi, how's it going? My name's Chris. Nice to meet you. Now we're no longer strangers. Listen, I just want to let you know I'm not here to short sell your house. I don't have anything to sell you guys. right? I just wanted to put a couple of my cards in your hand. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, why? Because there's people that you know at your church. There's people that you know at your work. There's people that you know, maybe your kids' teachers, right? Maybe they're your relatives, friends, right here in this neighborhood who owe more on their home than it's worth. You know those people. You can't be an adult in this area and not know those people. And what I do is I help those people save their homes for free and avoid foreclosure, whether it be through a loan modification or for the government HARP 2.0 refinance program. And listen, if we can't help them save their home because they don't qualify, which happens to a lot of people, they just won't qualify, then we can help them stay in their home as long as possible and get paid cash to move out and avoid a foreclosure. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Bank of America pays up to $30,000 relocation assistance. Chase is paying up to $45,000. That's with no equity, and you've been living there for free. Right. So I'm just going to leave you guys with a few of my cards. Just ask you to think about who you might know who could use my free advice and consulting. Thank you. You guys have a great evening. Goodbye. That's a very, I didn't ask for anything. Who was that at the door, honey? Well, let me tell you who that was at the door. He was this guy he's a realtor, but wow, right? That's the dialogue, you guys. That's the dialogue. And then have the stuff. Have the stuff. Right. So let me walk you guys through something fun here. A little presentation that we're going to just do a little slideshow, and you're going to learn a couple of systems that are working right now for getting listings. Okay, these are some underwater HARP 2.0 ads we're going to talk about right now. Got listings, right? Let's think about popular methods for finding listings, like on your own right now, sitting here on this webinar, thinking to yourself, what would I write down? If I had to come up with a list of ways to get listings, what would I write down, right? You'd write down door knocking, direct mail, open houses. I would emphasize open houses. Let me say it one more time. I would really emphasize open houses and door knocking. But all of these things, right? Asking people referrals, purchasing leads, right? All these things work. Right. Now, referrals are the most noted source of listing business nationwide, but I would say these days, a lot of agents I know knocking on doors getting listing every day, right? And that's not a referral. That's a stranger. That's converting a stranger to a non-stranger. So door knocking is highly effective if you know how to execute. If you don't know how to execute, it's not highly effective. Right? Knowing how to execute just means having a warm and pleasing personality, like Napoleon Hill says, and Think and Grow Rich, and it means having some good dialogue skills and a good unique service offer. Right? Then that's highly effective for getting listings. You can go get a couple listings every week. Direct mail can work, depends on what you're sending. Handwritten notes work great. All right. Internet, great place to get buyers. Kind of tricky for sellers, but it's totally doable, and I'll show you how. And you don't even need super, search engine optimization. Right? It doesn't even cost you money. Okay. So successful entrepreneurs have great ideas, and they execute flawlessly. Right? Great idea, flawless execution equals success every time. So execution, how are you going to execute in 2013? With your dialogue, with your habits, with getting up every morning, getting out the door, hair brushed, teeth brushed, face washed, looking good, out into the world, generating new relationships and nurturing existing ones. Right? I know an agent right here in San Diego. He takes his center of influence every week. He's taking people out for lunch. And when he takes them out for lunch, you know what he's doing? He's saying, hey, you got your cell phone? Yeah, pull it out. They pull it out and they go, check it out. Give me 5 people from your cell phone right now that I can call up, and I can just introduce myself and say, hey, listen, I'm Mike's realtor, and I want to be your realtor too. Whether or not you need to do real estate right now, I still want to be your realtor. Can I get your email address? I'm sitting right here having lunch with Mike, and I'd love to put you on my newsletter list. And people are like, what? He's like, yeah. And Mike's like, yeah, I'm sitting here. That's my realtor. He's buying me lunch. He's cool. You'll like him. Oh, okay. And that's what he does. I mean, he just works his center of influence. Right? That's executing fabulously. That's a great idea, too, and it's highly successful for him. So let's just cut to the source. I'm going to just cut to the chase, right? Number one source of listings, people already know you and like you. We talked about that, and I explained why. There's an invisible copper wire from their belly button to yours that when you communicate a message to them, they feel it, and they look down, they go, oh, hey, that's coming from you. Hey, I know you, right? They recognize it. They get the message right away. Strangers don't. Okay, so my question to you is this. In regards to your center of influence and your unique service offer, right, foreclosure alternative advisor, I help people save their homes, right, do you have one? Right, so in regards to your center of influence and your offer, how are you reminding your center of influence, and how often are you reminding them? Right, Joe Stump, Brian Buffini, those guys will say, hey, you should do it 4 times a month. You should do a newsletter, note card, phone call, and a drop by. Right? What's a drop by? Oh, every 90 days you should drop by, pop by their house. Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to give you some pumpkin seeds, some flower seeds, some spring mix, whatever. Right? Seasonal kind of drop bys. Right? 4. That's with your advocates. Right? And then you should expect to yield 20% of your business, yield, right? Like a farmer would, a return on from your center of influence, and you will. You will. So my question is, how are you reminding them and how often? And are you executing flawlessly, and what's your unique service proposition? Or are you just another realtor looking for a deal? And I want to remind you guys that foreclosure alternatives advisors who help people save their homes and avoid foreclosure, they're very interesting. And listen, foreclosure alternatives advisor, that gold seal that you guys see back there, that's not like, oh, give me $900 for a button. I just made that up. How do you get certified as a foreclosure alternatives advisor? You call up your graphic designer and say, hey, will you make me a nice, really good-looking gold button thing that says foreclosure alternatives advisor? And she says, sure, here you go. And you say, how much was that? She goes, $25. And you go, cool, here's your $25. And now I'm a certified foreclosure alternatives advisor, right? You could do that. So execute your reminders. Execute your reminders to your center of influence, reminding them of who you are and what you do. Right? I would suggest 3 times a month, and you're doing business, right? 3 times a month, you're doing business. If you've got 50 people on your list, your center of influence list, and you're executing 3 times a month to 50 people, you're doing a minimum 2 referrals a month, right? 2 referrals a month. That's 24 a year. That's a 6-figure income here in Southern California, right? That's a good 6-figure income here in Southern California. That might be, right? 24 transactions. Plus, you take those, you understand the purpose of listing is to get another one. You hold them open, you do it smartly, and you get more business than that, right? So it's not just 24 transactions, more like 36, right? That's 3 smart reminders every month to 50 people who know you, like you, and trust you, right? And then the same thing. So that's the people who know you, like you, trust you group. Simultaneously, though, what are you doing to the strangers? In 2013, you should be playing a numbers game. 25 new contacts a week, 50 new contacts a week, 100 new contacts a week. Whatever your number is, have a number. Right? Have a number. And whether it's knocking on their door and when they're not home, leaving a handwritten note, right? Knowing what to write on it, right? Have a number. Or whether it's cold calling, have a number. Know how to get their phone numbers. Know how to go, okay, take your NOD list and then go how to find the phone numbers and the email addresses for the people on the NOD list. There's ways to do that. I can show you how to do that. Right? So if you're going to be cold calling, cold call, but have a number. Right? If you're going to be mailing, have a number so you can measure. Okay? And then have a masterful message and execute masterfully on your delivery. Right? Which means the envelope that you're using, the paper that you're putting your message on, and the way you're putting your message down, all that stuff. Otherwise, it's not getting open, it's not getting looked at, and it's not getting responded to. Okay, so masterful communication, intentional, result-oriented, and it doesn't get lost in the mailbox with a bunch of junk. Right? It doesn't get thrown out with a bunch of junk. So thinking in terms of, right now I'm a marketer with a real estate license, right? I got to start segmenting, right, groups. My A team, those are the people who know me and like me, right? My B team, that could be a geographic farm area. My C team, that could be list pending, NOD lists every month. Right. I could have expired listings. I could have FSBOs. I could have people who just filed for divorce down at the county courthouse every month. I could go get those lists. Right. So as a relationship manager, I'm highly skilled at nurturing existing relationships and developing new ones. As a marketer with a real estate license, I'm committed to constant, never-ending learning like you guys are today for even being here. Right. You guys are taking an hour out of your day to invest. Right. I could have been some Yahoo. Who knows what I'm talking about? You don't know. Right. But you're taking the chance. I hope you're getting some value from this too. I really do. Right. So, and then last but not least, yeah, you're a friendly real estate professional. You've got superior knowledge of your local marketplace. You know what's going on. You also know what's going on nationally. You know what HAMP is. You know what HAFA is. You know what HARP is. You can answer those questions. And you've got people on your team. Right. And if you can't answer them, you've got people on your team. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. Right. So top producer in a box formula right now, 2013, you guys, you want to really, you want to crank it up, knocking on doors, executing masterfully, right, and leaving notes, handwritten notes when they're not there, right? And then, and listen, if you don't want to knock on the door, just go stick a handwritten note in the crack of the door, right? 50 NODs a week, boom, 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 deliver a handwritten note right to their door, boom, right? I'd knock, but if they're not there, then I'd leave a note. Right. Developing other new critical relationships like a bankruptcy attorney, maybe a CPA, for sure. You got to have your mortgage guy on your HARP team. right? And then nurturing your existing relationships masterfully. I'm not just a realtor, you guys. I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor. I help people save their homes as much as I help them purchase and sell. What do you mean? Have you guys heard of loan modifications? HARP 2.0 refi program. That's a big one these days. HAMP, yeah, that's kind of a failure. Although there's more money coming around. The banks are starting to modify more loans. But yeah, I help people do all that stuff. Oh, I didn't know. If I knew you did that stuff, I would have told you about my mom and dad a long time ago. Man, they're not going anywhere. They've been working on this loan mod forever. Oh, well, give me their phone number. See if I can help them out. Right. That's how it works. It's a different story because you've changed your stripes. Right? You change your stripes, people, they go, oh, hey, how's it going? Can I talk to you? Right? You got to take off the cat suit. So the 3-50-30 formula. You can reliably expect that 3 communications to 50 fans every 30 days asking for help in the right way is going to result in a minimum 2 referrals per month. Right? 3 communications 50 times every 30 days. So I'm going to suggest a newsletter, a handwritten letter, and a phone call. That's your 3 communications. Newsletter, letter, phone call. Newsletter, letter, phone call. And the letter, you don't write 50 different letters. You write one of them. You photocopy it 50 times, and it goes in an envelope, and it goes out in the mail to them. Right? And it's always handwritten. It's always pretty darn brief. And there's a formula to writing the letter. It's not hard. Right? 2 referrals a month, 50 people, if they're hearing from you 3 times a month, in a smart way. Right? If it's just junk, sales junk, then you don't want to be doing that. So, A-Team monthly communication number 1, like I said, a good direct response newsletter. I'll show you what one looks like. I was showing you mine earlier, right? Get a free copy of the Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. Visit my website. It positions me as an expert, but at the same time, it's got fun stuff in it for them. Right? Fun stuff in it for them. And they go, well, I didn't know you wrote a book. Oh, that's cool. Right? So Craig Forte over at Service for Life, he makes a great newsletter you guys can go get. Right? It's a great one. It works. Joe Stumpf, buy referral only, he makes a great newsletter over there. You guys can go get that too for about $45 a month. It's a great one. It works. I know it works. I know hundreds of realtors over the years across the country who use it. Chris, it's the best tool I ever think. Sending out my newsletter every single month to my center of influence. Right? I'm not. It's just I know it works. Like if you guys could gather up a couple thousand agents across the country and say what works for you, wouldn't that be interesting if they told you? And you heard, oh wow, the common denominator, the common thread running throughout the successful agents is monthly communication to their center of influence, and a newsletter being the best way to do it. That's interesting. Right. So 2013, you guys, is in 3 weeks. Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Do you know friends who are upside down on their home or property? You can help me help them. It's easy and free. Right? Referrals are the lifeblood of my business. Past clients, friends, neighbors, even friends of friends. They all mix together to provide me a constant flow of new clients, opportunities, and income, and I have you to thank for that. I can expertly guide anyone through their loan modification or short sale process, and it's absolutely free. Learn more at my website, right? Yeah. So that's a pretty nice communication to send out every month. Right. Note cards. Look at this. Hey, friends, right now I'm working with some great buyer clients who are frustrated with the lack of inventory and the fierce competition for any decent 3-bedroom homes in San Diego under $550,000. I could really use your help finding inventory. I know you know someone who's either thinking about or planning on selling their home in the next 6 to 12 months, and I'm curious what we can do to let them know about my services and how I can help. I've also got an amazing loss mitigation team behind me, so if they owe more than the home is worth and they want to sell it for free to avoid a foreclosure, I can definitely help. Thanks for not keeping me a secret. Right? I mean, that's a note, and it's clear. Right? And, it's not a handwritten font. It's really handwritten. Right? That's a handwritten font, but you guys understand what I'm saying. Right? Foreclosure alternatives advisor, thanks. It's cheap. Right? So, a phone call. Right. This is a system I'm showing you guys right here. Newsletter, no card, phone call. Newsletter, no card, phone call. Again, 3 communications a month to 50 people every single month. In 2013, if you did that, you'd be generating a bunch of referrals, especially if they were smart communications that position you as a short sale expert, right? Because there's a lot of short sale listings to be getting out there, right? But you got to take people. People are not going to come through the front door of the hotel short sale. They're going to come around back through the bed and breakfast save my home place. That's where they want to come through. Right, they'll end up in the lobby of the short sale hotel, but they're not going to come through the front door. So this is the 50-30 NOD system I'm going to give you right now, okay? And it's also good for 2 deals a month. So I just gave you a system that I call, what did I call it? I call it the 3-50-30 formula. 3 communications, 50 fans every 30 days. Now I'm going to give you another one, right? And it's working. And it's called the 50-30 system. And it works like this. Face-to-face contact, right? Establishing face-to-face contact. In other words, converting strangers to non-strangers, right? If you do this in 2013 religiously, you're going to have the best year you've had. Establishing face-to-face contact and creating a relationship at the door by specifically targeting and knocking on the doors of 50 upside-down homeowners, right? Now listen, I say by visiting the property on average 1 to 5 times because you're going to have to, right? I say 50 a month, so it's 50 properties every 30 days. And the reason I say only 50 is because on average it's going to take you guys 1 to 5 visits to actually get the people to come to the front door or to call you up, right? Or to call you back, right? But if you do that, what you're going to find is that if you're meeting 50 people every 30 days face-to-face and you're using the dialogue that I gave you, you're going to be doing a lot better than 2 deals a month, especially depending on where you are. But minimum, just go out there with a smile on your face and know what you're talking about and follow this formula, you're going to be getting 2 listings a month. Go out there with some real good dialogue and a real good unique service offer, and you're going to be doing better than that. And listen, it's in the follow-up. It's always in the follow-up. Like the gold almost never comes in the easy one. It always comes, it's hard, right? It's the follow-up. It's the 4th visit. It's the 5th visit. Just expect that going in. Okay, I got to get to 5 visits and then I'm going to have the listing. Just expect that going in and know what it's going to be, right? And then just know every month this is what I do. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to look up in 90 days and you're going to look, man, I got a bunch of listings. And not only that, I'm holding them open every week. I got a bunch of buyers. I got too many buyers. I got to get rid of some of these buyers. I got to start weeding out who I'm working with. If they're not willing to sign a buyer broker agreement and they're not purchasing over 250 and they don't have a 20% down payment, I'm not working with them. I'm too busy, right? Why? Because now I'm a foreclosure alternatives advisor who helps people save their homes and avoid foreclosure. I'm holding these properties open. I'm leveraging them. I'm knocking on doors. I'm inviting all the people to my open house. I'm handing out my newsletters. It's like, oh, my business cards are going, oh, what's this? Oh, that's a book I wrote. Don't worry about it, though, right? It's a different life. It's kind of just a different game. So 50 face-to-face introductions every 30 days equals 2 listings on average. Just so you guys know that. That's happening in Golden, Colorado. That's happening in Sacramento, California. Right? 50 face-to-face introductions every 30 days, 2 listings. And then again, if you're communicating your center of influence 3 times a month smartly, you're getting 2 referrals from them. That's possible 4 transactions a month. What's that in a year? That's like 48. That's a lot of business. A lot of business. Right? So I'm going to close this down. I'm actually going to take you back over here, and I'm going to show you a couple versions of this thing, right? So agents doing different things with these websites because it's really easy. I wanted to show you this one, mybressyranch.com, right? I want to show you guys what this guy's doing because I thought it was pretty cool. He made a page called Bressy Ranch Nosy Neighbors in this program, right, where you'll be shocked by what you discover as a Bressy Ranch Nosy Neighbor. When you sign up for our Nosy Neighbor program, you'll be able to rest assured knowing nothing will happen in Bressy Ranch real estate that you won't know about right away. Right? Pretty cool. But that's not who I really wanted to show you. Larry Martin out here in Grand Rapids. Larry Martin, Realty Executives guy in Grand Rapids. He just sent me an email, this over the weekend. And he said, hey, Chris, I just want to share this with you. And confidential, I'm not going to tell you what they were. But he said, I wanted to so you know what I'm doing, so you know what's been happening for me. Here's my numbers, because his broker just sent out like a breakdown, because it's the end of the year of all their numbers. This guy is killing it. He's killing it. I'm looking at his numbers and I'm going, oh my God, Larry, you're in Grand Rapids, Michigan. His price point is like nothing. I mean, compared to mine in San Diego, I don't know, his average price point is like $150,000. Right out here in San Diego, it'd be like $350 or maybe $450 or $500. Right, $150,000 price point. Yeah, I'm looking at his numbers. I'm thinking this guy's making more income than a good producer in Southern California. Right? He's wow. Right? And he said, Chris, for 2013, I want to crank it up. I want to do 100 transactions, and so how are we going to do that? You're going to probably have to, we've got a strategy for that. In fact, already. Right? Yeah, so these sites that I create, they can look literally like anything. This is sunny San Lorenzo down in the Florida Keys, and she's got some other stuff happening on it. But what's always happening is get a free copy of my book, The Homeowner's Guide to Real Estate Short Sales. Just give me your name and email address. You can download a free copy right now. Right? That's what's happening on these. And then people get the book, and it's viral. It's an ebook. What do? They share it with people. Hey, check out this book I got, and they pass it around. right? So this is a viral marketing campaign. And the way this site works, there's a ton of tools. Yeah, there's newsletter, business cards. There's a ton of tools that I provide agents to drive traffic to the site, whether it's Craigslist ads, driving people to a HARP 2.0 refi page, right? Whether it's get a free copy of the Homeowner's Guide to Fighting Foreclosure, tips, tools, and tactics for battling your bank. Like, work on a loan mod, get free copy of this book. Boom. People click on it, they come over here. So I give agents a bunch of tools. Here, let me show you some of the tools. We'll go over here to my website at Simple Listing Solutions, and I'm going to click on offline marketing. Right. So there's 2 books here. They're both ebooks, and you're the author, right? I position you as the author. They're ghost written for you, and you've got editing capability over the books. There's direct response letters, right? They work great on the reverse side of your property flyers, right? Again, the purpose of a listing is to get another one, and your flyer box, it's like a salt lick. Right, all the neighborhood homeowner deer, they come over there and they just lick, they remove a flyer from it. So you might as well position yourself as a short sale guru in their minds too, the one who wrote the book, right from the reverse side of your property flyers. Good open house tool too, right? Door hangers. Owe more than your home is worth, can't afford to pay, get the truth about your options, right? Inside this book, you'll learn the truth about loan mods, real estate, short sales, deed in lieu foreclosure, and doing nothing, right? Why banks don't want to modify your loan. Postcards. Right, take one flyers for your open house events. Those business cards I was showing you. Here's the one with the other book on it. Right, so you could put your Remax card on the other side or whatever. Corrugated plastic bandit signs. Craigslist ads. I'll show you some Craigslist ads. So we'll log in like an agent using this system, right? And she can just come back here and click Craigslist ads, right, and start running different Craigslist ads, right? Any way they want. So this is. I'm going to show you guys something neat about this Craigslist ad. So I can take this Craigslist ad right here, and I could point it. So when people click on this, like I'll run it on Craigslist, but I'll also syndicate it through point2agent.com, and I'll syndicate it onto Backpage and all over the place, right? And when people click on it, I can direct them to any page that I want, right? And I could say, hey, listen, when people click on my ad, I want them to go to my home page. I don't want them to go to my homepage because that wouldn't convert. When people click on this ad, I want them to go to the HARP 2.0 Refinance Help page. So I select the right page, and then I've got the code right here. All I have to do is go copy and paste. This ad will appear, and when people click on it, it'll take them straight to the HARP page. Same thing. So when I run a Craigslist ad called How to Get $30,000, it'll take them straight to How to Get $30,000. Right? And by the way, why don't you pick up a free copy of my book while you're here? Right? So if I run an ad for a FSBO, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, for sale by owner, 4S Ranch, right? People click on it, it'll take them straight to my 4S Ranch FSBO page where they'll go look at the property. Right? It's very easy for me to build this page. If I send out a letter that says, hey, listen, you had your home on the market and expired, I know that's frustrating. Go visit my website, click on the Forest Ranch expired listing history page, see everybody else it happened to in your neighborhood over the past 48 months. You'll be they're going to just take them, boom, they're going to go, that's where they're going to go. Right? Forest Ranch, Bank Home Bargains, search for homes. I think I've even got my blog. Yeah, I've got my blog. Is my blog live and linked? Yeah, I got my blog linked up over here because blog SEO, right? Search engine optimization. But there's a lot of Google juice in blogging, right? Got my IDX hooked up. So it's not a short sale website. I'm a realtor, right? Just positions me as a short sale guru who can help you with all this stuff, right? So I've got a ton of tools to drive people over here, but really all of the tools, websites, stuff like that, they don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. Really, they don't mean anything if I don't have good habits in 2013. Right? If I don't have good habits in 2013, if I've got great habits in 2013, I've got my dialogue down, right? Because forget the Craigslist ads, because I logged into the back office, right? And I went to click training videos. I went down to dialogue training and I just watched the video mastering the one-on-one dialogue, and I just got the dialogue wired, right? Then I knew how to build my own pages. I could creating Craigslist ads, creating all kinds of stuff, right? Click training videos for YouTube, all that stuff. I could do that stuff later. But I just got mastery of the dialogue, and I got my website up, and I got my business cards printed out. You're in a pretty good position to start doing stuff. Right? There's a lead center back here too, by the way, where all the leads get aggregated, and you could manage them all and turn their automated drip campaigns on or off. right? You could customize the email drip campaigns. You could customize the website menu. You could say, you know, I'm going to take some of these pages off right now. I don't really want 4S Ranch stuff over there right now. In fact, I don't even like 4S Ranch anymore. I'm not even going to work that community anymore. I think I'm going to customize my website. I think I'm going to go over my home page and just change it because 4S Ranch, that's getting tired. I think I'm going to go work San Alejo Hills. Right. I think I'll just work San Alejo Hills instead. I just took off all those 4S Ranch pages. Right. And so you guys, let me show you what I just did to my website. Right. See this 4S Ranch website? Look, I'm just going to reload. And now I'm working in a community called San Alejo Hills, and those 4S Ranch pages are gone temporarily. If I ever decide to go back, I'll put them back. Now I can build some pages for San Alejo Hills, any kind of pages I want. Right? Literally, any kind of pages I want. I don't have to be a rocket scientist. Right? I don't have to be a rocket scientist. I can build a Brescia Ranch nosy neighbors. Right? Because see this box right here, contact us, where people put in their information? We give you those boxes. You can insert them on any page you want. You can even take your book offer. Right? You could take this book offer field right here where people say, get a free copy of my book. You can put that on any page you want. You can move it around. It's just like picking it up and moving it over there. Save. You could insert a video anywhere you want. You could insert pictures anywhere you want. You don't, and no, this is not a WordPress site. This is my own custom built technology, right? Bulletproof technology. So in the back office, you've got the ability to go grab a bunch of Craigslist ads, right? Customize your website, build as many pages as you want, insert millions of videos, photos, whatever you want, real easy. Move the pages around, you know, if you don't want them to be over there, take them off or put them back, right? Park them over here while you work on them, then move them over there when they're done, right? You could do that. You could customize all the automated drip campaigns. You could upload images, right? You can make a Craigslist ad and you could upload it right here, and then it'll appear over here in your Craigslist ads. Right. So let's go over here. So you can just scroll down through all the Craigslist ads that I build for you, and I build you a bunch of them. Right. You can scroll through all the different Craigslist ads that I build for you, and you could get down here and you could say, oh, look at all these images that have been uploaded. And then you could go down here and you could look, what's this? Behind in your mortgage, get up to $30,000 to start over. Wow. I could just point that to my Get $30,000 short sale page, and I could just grab this code right here, copy, right? I go paste it into Craigslist. Now this ad appears. When people click on it, it's going to take them right to my $30,000 page. That's cool, right? Anything I upload back here, right? 4S Ranch for sale by owner, Andalusia Dream Home. Click on me for a virtual tour and other property details. I can just say, okay, well, when people click on this ad, I want them to arrive at my 4S Ranch for sale by owner page. Don't I have one of those? 4S Ranch for sale by owners, someplace. Here it is. There you go. I click on that, grab my code, click, and now I go post that ad. When people click on it, it takes them right to my FSBO page. Right. Get paid up to $30,000 relocation assistance and avoid foreclosure when you short sale. Where do I want them to go? Oh, I want them to go to my 30K page, right? There's the code. I can just go run that now. Right. So, oh, look, I can take my HARP 2.0 page and I can incorporate it into a rental ad, and then I can run this ad in the rental section on Craigslist without it getting flagged. Right. And then the people looking in rentals, the upside down homeowners, they're going to see a 5-bedroom, 4-bath luxury home for rent with some information. Click on this to go to my rental page, but they're also going to see my HARP 2.0. What? Save your home if you're facing, huh? And that's how I can sneak my HARP 2.0 ad over into the rentals or into the for sale. Right. So there's a little kind of a Craigslist lesson for you guys right there. So what I'm going to do is scroll back up here to the top of the page and bid you guys adieu. Unless you've got kind of questions for me, you guys, right now we've covered a lot of stuff, and I've taken up more than an hour of your time. But we talked about HARP 2.0, right, and how to use it. We talked about how to plug holes, having an arrow for everything. Oh, we're going to be a FSBO. Hey, great. Are you guys familiar with my FSBO campaign? Oh, well, no, we expired. Oh, good. Have you gone over my expired page? No, we're going to file bankruptcy. Good. Have you talked to my attorney? No, we're working on a loan mod. Great. How's that going for you? Do you need some help? Well, it's not going that great. Have you looked into HARP 2.0? Right. You got to have that stuff. Boom, 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 boom. See, sales is this. I went through a sales training program. I was so lucky years ago. This guy trained like Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, top salespeople. He was a trainer, right? This guy was an amazing sales trainer. And what he taught me, all these memorization techniques and stuff, he said, Chris, you have to plug every single hole, right? Because people will look for an escape, and if there's no escape hole, they can't escape, right? So if they say this, you got to be able to say, oh yeah, and they go, oh, that didn't work. Yeah, well, we're going to do, hey, that's a good idea, and then you close that exit, and they go, oh, okay, well, then they're going to go for another exit. You go, and then they go, oh, well, it looks like your product is just perfect for us. Yeah, hey, thanks for noticing. Right. So that's what I teach you guys how to do at Simple Listening Solutions. Right. At Simple Listening Solutions, I'm going to just give you a bunch of tools and say, hey, go for it. Good luck. Here's your website. Here's all your tools. Good luck. Because I know that doesn't work. It works for some of you. Right. It worked for Justin Johnson, that's for sure. Look, he wrote, Chris, things are going great. I got the concept down. And that's really it. It's like get the concept down and then go master the dialogue. Right. This is Rick Giese, G-I-E-S-E. He's out in Detroit area. He's killing it. You can look him up. I'm not making that up. Rick Giese, G-I-E-S-E. You know, Clinton, Michigan. There he is, Giese. Right? He's doing great. So is Justin Johnson. So is Adam Manconi and, you know, Tom and all these folks. So I hope you guys got some good ideas today. I think I've answered all the questions that I saw floating around down in the question box. But if you haven't asked your question yet, now's a good time. You can just click on the arrow. And you could just type in your thoughts, comments. Hey, thank you, Stephanie. I'm glad you guys were able to make it today. I'm glad it worked for you. Again, yeah, I recorded this, and so give me a couple days, and we'll get it up over onto my Facebook page at theshortsalecoachingclub.com. I mean, the Short Sale Coaching Club, yeah, on Facebook, not theshortsalecoachingclub.com, but on Facebook. You can go over here. Watch this video today, you guys. It's powerful. It's called Tear Sheet Marketing. You'll love this little training technique that I demonstrate right here. Right, and this is on Facebook at the Short Sale Coaching Club. So that's it. If you want me to come onto your team, I'd love to join you in 2013 and help you make it your best year ever. Right, I'm about $40 a month. I'm less than that. I'm less than 220s. I'm on your team. Right, right. So put me in your stocking this Christmas. You know, it's a good idea. It'd be a great idea. I'd love to come onto your team, and you can just go over to Simple Listening Solutions and click sign up and do that or look at stuff. Right, and if you got questions, give us a call. I'd love to talk to you and answer your questions. In fact, I would love to talk to you and answer your questions. And you can say, hey, Chris, do you really think you can help me? And I'll say, I don't know. Tell me about you. Tell me about your practice. How long have you been in real estate? You got a budget? Do you have a mailing budget? What have you been doing? What are your habits? What do you like to do? I'll talk to you. You know, and when you get off the phone with me, if you feel like, hey, I could really help you, then, you know, commit. Right? It's only a month-to-month thing. It's not an annual relationship. Right? You can divorce me at any time. But you can't have your money back, so you got to just make sure you want to, you know, go out on a date. All right. So thank you guys. HARP 2.0, and go be a loan modification expert. Go be a foreclosure alternatives advisor who helps people save their homes and avoid foreclosure. Right. And you're going to get a lot more doors opened up for you. Thanks for your time today. Bye.